Welcome everybody, my name is François Letarte and this is my channel JDRD30, a channel about tabletop role-playing games. Today, question 9 of the RPG A Day 2015 series of questions. And the question is, the favorite media I wish it was into an RPG. Well, the media that I wish was into an RPG is one that has been following me since 20 years, since I've discovered it. I always wished it was an RPG. It's a graphic novel, a French graphic novel that came out in the 80s, and this is called La Quête de l'Oiseau du Temps. Yes, it's French, but there was an English version published by the end of the 80s that was called Roxanna Quest for Time Bird. The links will be below. What is La Quête de l'Oiseau du Temps? Well, it's a very strong fantasy tale that takes place into a world called Akbar. And on Akbar, you don't have the standard fantasy stuff that we know. There's no elves, no dwarves, no orcs, no goblins, no dragons. Okay, you have the humans with a special culture coming with it, with many other humanoid races that are completely new. You know, it's not, you know, nothing has been seen before. We feel that there's no inspiration from traditional myths. It was all created, but the magic of that series is that it feels natural. You know, sometimes you can read something with an alien race and it makes you feel a little out of it. But that's not the case with La Quête de l'Oiseau du Temps. It feels natural, it feels great. Both authors, Serge Letendre and Régis Loisel, really created a lasting classic that raised the quality of graphic novels since that time. Okay, you know, the story is awesome. All the illustrations in there are really inspiring. And I even think that the authors never thought that it was to be that much of a classic when it came out, but it became. And after that, well, they made 4 first books: La Conque de Ramon, Le Temple de l'Oubli, Le Rige, and L'Œuvre des Ténèbres, which is the first cycle. The first cycle is the quest for the time bird itself. A sorceress called Mara is calling one of her old friend, the knight Bragon, which is a retired knight, and she asks him to get the time bird to stop the coming of an old god called Raymar. And the knight will be accompanied by, you know, this is that knight. He will be accompanied by the daughter of the sorceress called she's called Pilis, and he will have some other friends on his party. So yes, it's a very strong tale. They are going through many difficulties. All the creatures in there, it's all new. You know, there's no creatures that looks like something we know from, let's say, Dungeons and Dragons. Everything is new. And lots of emotion. Yeah, the author came with some years later with the prequel with L'Ami Javin, Le Grimoire des Dieux, La Voix du Rige, and Le Chevalier Bragon. And there will be other books from that, since the prequel is not finished yet. That's the only 8 books that ever came out. There's no other products that was created for that. Those 8 books is all that you have, and it's you know, it's awesome. That's an awesome series, and I think in a role-playing game it would be great. You know, I would want to explore that world in a role-playing game. There's many more tales that could be told about this world, the world of Akbar. The cultures are well presented in the graphic novels in a simple way, in a natural way, as I said. So I think it would be great to have something in there. There's many stories to be told in that world, and yeah, endless stories, endless adventures. Yeah. Well, I had an idea to make my homebrew version of that using the D6 system, and maybe someday I will. But I wish some publishers could take that seriously and make one out of it. Yeah, the quest for Time Bird, la quête de l'oiseau du temps, is my favorite media, and well, I hope you have a chance to read that. It's strong, you know. Personally, it's as strong as Lord of the Ring. It's just that it's only 4 graphic novel, well 8 now, but you know, it's not 3 big novels like Lord of the Ring. You know, you can go through that in one day easily. Well, yeah, that's my favorite one. Another, well, it's not one that is my favorite, but Autocratik mentioned Harry Potter, and yes, even before he talked about that, I always thought that Harry Potter needed a role-playing game. Well, go check out his video about it. He has good arguments about for that. And yes, I agree that Harry Potter needs a role-playing game. And as La Quête de l'Oiseau du Temps, there's many other stories that could be told through that world and through a role-playing game. So that was my choice. François Letarte, JDR Détente, and up to next time, I hope you have as much fun in your life as in your games. Goodbye.